The story of Sylvester, a disco icon. Sylvester was born into a pretty bougie family in LA. As a child, he joined the family church's gospel choir, and from there, his love of music began. Seeing the women turn up every week in their best attires, boasting voices that deserved to be in the charts, he felt so at home. But when, at 13, news of his sexuality made his rounds around the church, they did what many other religious folk and their small minds do. They refused to accept him. So he left. A few years after that, and an argument with his mum caused him to leave home too, ending up on the streets. The universe had his back, however, and he found his way to a group of queer black people, the Discotheques. He stayed at different homes with different members, sometimes even ending up at the home of a very famous friend, singer Etta James. In the 70s, he moved to San Francisco to become a member of the Coquettes, a theatre hippie drag group. Now, the group was already camp and gender bendy before Sylvester joined, but him joining turned that energy up. He was so beloved that he quickly ended up doing solo shows for them. But alas, his dreams needed to continue elsewhere. So he left, and not long after that, formed a music band, Sylvester and the Hot Band. They released 2 albums of glam rock music, which both didn't do too well, so they disbanded. Finally, in 1977, he released his debut album as a solo artist, Sylvester. And the next year, Step 2, which included a song that we all know and love. A disco classic, the song is still remembered today as a cornerstone of gay disco. Sylvester's fame only grew and grew, and at a sold-out performance in the San Francisco War Memorial Opera House, he was awarded the key to the city by the mayor's aide, and the day of his performance, March 11th, 1979, was thereby proclaimed Sylvester Day. Alongside his growing fame though, Sylvester never forgot who he was or the community that raised him, which I can't say for a lot of these people getting famous, and even a lot of you so-called activists online. He continued performing at several events such as London's Gay Pride. Over the next 10 years, he would release 4 more albums, experimenting with all sorts of different genres. In 1982, he, Joan Rivers, and Charles Nelson Riley hosted an AIDS fundraiser at the nightclub Studio One in LA, the first fundraiser of its kind. Sylvester had already lost a few friends to the illness and wanted to do what he could to help those battling the terrible, terrible disease. In 1987, his longtime partner Rick Kramer passed from AIDS, and Sylvester started to feel his health getting worse as well. Later that year, he was invited to attend a local street fair, but unfortunately by this point he was too ill to attend. However, he was so beloved that he heard crowds chanting his name outside. The press came to interview him and he spoke openly, wanting to raise more awareness about AIDS. In 1988, he passed from AIDS-related complications, but made sure to leave any more money owed to him from his music to local HIV and AIDS charities. In 2019, the Library of Congress selected You Make Me Feel as one of their songs to be preserved in the National Recording Registry that year, helping to preserve his legacy forever.